Are you embarrassed from your identity as a Muslim? Do you hide that identity? Or do you proudly tell people what your faith is? As we are going through the days of Ramadan, it's very common that people would ask us why you're not eating, why you're not drinking, why you're not having lunch. Most of us would say we're fasting, it's the month of Ramadan. But unfortunately, there's a small group of people who are embarrassed to say that. They would say, I'm on a diet, or I don't feel like eating, or I don't have an appetite. And there's a problem in that. There's a problem of being embarrassed to express your faith or identify yourself as a Muslim. Ramadan is an opportunity for us to tell people about our faith. When people ask us why we're not eating, we happily and gladly start explaining what is Ramadan and what is fasting. But if someone feels embarrassed to say anything about their faith or to identify themselves as Muslims, then there is a reason for that. That they're not proud to be worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're not happy to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as their God and Islam as their religion. And the reason is that there is an exerted efforts from people and organizations to make us feel that way. There is a powerful machine, it's called Islamophobia, that's making sure that it's putting all its effort to make us all be embarrassed or shy to say we are Muslims. The question is, are you proud or happy that you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That is the next step in building a relationship, a strong relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to be proud and happy that you worship Allah. To be proud and happy that you are Muslim. There is nothing shameful about being Muslim. There is nothing shameful about Islam. Yes, there are some Muslims who act in an embarrassing or shameful way, but that's because they did not understand the teachings of Islam, or they have a crooked way of looking at the teachings of our beautiful religion. How do you explain them thousands and the millions of people who are accepting Islam every year around the world? We see them in our masajid all the time. How do we explain that if actually there is something wrong in Islam? Islam, as a beautiful system, is a source of pride and a source of happiness and joy that we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we do not worship an animal. We do not worship a brick or a stone or a piece of wood. We worship Allah, the creator of this universe. And it should make us happy to know that one of the names of Allah is Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. He's not like those tyrants that we see around us nowadays, the leaders of civilizations and leaders of nations who are aggressively tyrants, who are aggressively mistreating others. Allah is not like the Greek gods that we see in those books and historical lessons. Allah is the most merciful. So when we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we have trust in Him, and when we are thankful and grateful to Allah, the next step is to be proudly expressing your identity as a Muslim, proudly saying, I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That joy, that happiness that you have in your heart is one step further and closer to building a stronger relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take advantage of this month of Ramadan. If you ever thought you're embarrassed to express yourself as a Muslim, if you ever felt that it is too much of a pressure on you to say who you are and what you believe in, then make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to replace that in your heart and educate yourself, because part of it is not being able to answer those difficult and tough questions about our religion, especially when it comes with a hidden or ill intention. But if we educate ourselves about our beautiful faith, then we'll be easily be able to answer difficult questions. We'll be easily able to defend it and happily be proud and saying, I belong to the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.